Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map. Worth memorizing. Before we get swallowed up by the trees.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the... crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Что-то вне стрима все было лучше.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Да ёбаный стыд. Что за хуйня? Ой. А, прям глаза режет. Ой, да, теперь зайду.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear.
Стало лучше. Ну какие сохранения были? Ладно, мы хотя бы недалеко ушли. Блин. Почему камеры настройки сваливаются? М, Ладно.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene.
Немного
There's the
заново.
car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back
Could
down.
be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Можно сказать, что получше.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Какое странное дерево.
Fucking out-of-towners. We can handle this ourselves if they just stay the hell out of it. All of them.
Shut up, Thornton. They can still hear you.
I'm just saying. You know I'm usually a calm person. Yoga 3 times a week. But these goddamn city folk always think they know everything. It gets on my fucking nerves.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
For fuck's sake.
Забавно. Ну, тут подъем. Куда?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
У нас инвентарь есть. А. Болторез нужен. Прикольно пишет, что надо.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Мирпик. Я так понимаю, прошло очень много времени после первой части, и весь этот парк, вот, получается, закрыли. Палаточный лагерь. Ну так, отдаленно, скорее всего, буду вспоминать какие-то моменты из первой части. Места. Если что, всплывет. А тут у нас дорога, типа. Съемный коттедж. Пойду сюда.
I'll
Там
be back
какая-то
in a second.
картинка есть.
Roger.
Ух ты ж. Красивые штучки. Я не знаю, что это. Мортер Фоллс. Водопад, который не видно. Вот такое. Не очень заметное. Что-то так себе.
Is that a
Точка
kid's
осмотра.
lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the
Понимаете,
endless jokes
дело
about
сильнее.
coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Фрагменты рукописи. Улики. Снова и снова. Больше пуль. Еще раз в голову. Прикольно. Такое. Прокачка у нас всего 2 листочка. Интересно. Дела. Улики.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here
Lunchbox.
can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Новое дело. Кто оставил? Кто их оставил повсюду? Первый. Две цели: попасть к месту преступления, встретиться с помощником шерифа. Фонарик на Б. На Y боеприпасы, предметы.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Телефонная будка.
Try explaining it one more time.
Хижина ведьмы.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool.
Смотрю домик.
Psycho serial killers and shootouts
Так написано мелко, нифига не понял. А что я нашел? Это разве не Лика было, не? О, надо оружие поставить. Как в резиденте. Ну, чтоб не привыкать к новым сторонам. Там тоже у меня пистолет был наверх. Налево снайперка, направо гранат, вниз более тяжелый, типа дробовика. Есть лагерь. Запертая дверь. Так, ладно, идем. А.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Так, место убийства озера Колдрон.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? The killer left the heart right next to the body. Incised stab wound, chest cut open, heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Подсказки есть поговорить с кем-то. Найти улики.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years
13
ago.
прошло.
I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Sure. They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
А мне кажется, вот... Вот... Бля. Вот последнее было не в нашем.
Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Досье появляется. Используйте досье в обители разума саги, чтобы проследовать ход мысли подозреваемых и жертв. Откуда пришла жертва из болота?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. A Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Ну, игра пока непонятная. Конечно, отличается от того, что я играл раньше. Первую часть. Ну, посмотрим, что будет и дальше.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Вау.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state, but yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Но я всего лишь 54 минуты играю.
Oh, I sure
Я
do.
Алны не
His
видел
name was
еще.
Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Улучшение. Кружка.
This mug always cheers me up.
Ну, что-то наполняется здесь.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
Что-то проморгал.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Помойте руки, достаньте курицу из морозилки, поспи. Рукомойник, морозилка, поспи. Вау. Да, это понял.
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Олень, как из этого. Ох, не забыл. Что с домом связано? Да, памяти у меня нету. Совершенно. Не, у меня памяти вообще нет. Я знаю, где код, я понял. Просто я не могу запомнить, Вон там, вот тут и вот тут. Сначала вот это идет, потом вот это, а потом вот это.
Hey, Casey. What's the far's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson, just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Старость не радость. Если ты не един с деревьями, руки прочь. Окей.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Лагерь. Сходим в лагерь. Это он? О, еще ланч. Ну да, ланчбокс это прям для нас. Доставляет. Так. Прикольно то, что здесь есть несколько дел, которые можно посмотреть. Типа второстепенное и основное.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the...
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Ага. Это я смотрю на черпак ведьмы. Где-то там. Я когда впервые запустил игру, ну, посмотреть ее работоспособность, я за голову мужика вот до сюда бежал. Ну, мы ластим. Здорово. Получается, мы осмотрели. Так. Ну, просто ходим. Понятно. Здесь мы были. Идем в хижину. Ведьмы. Магазин.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
А куда я топаю? Ой. Я в обратную сторону иду. Не хотел перебивать, пока болтают.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Ящик здесь. Это батарейки. У нас фонарик, который дохнет. Не очень хорошо. Болеутоляющий.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Почему он сказал welcome back?
I want to walk
Эндерсон.
around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Я к нему не подошел. Странно. Опасный мост. Я бы, наверное, не зашел в такой дом, потому что он не очень надежный. Тут ничего нет. Просто комната. Ничего себе. Я думал, что-то будет. Ничего нет.
Hey, Logan's birthday is coming up. I need toy ideas.
Toys. She's 14, Casey.
Okay, so what do I get her?
Get her a book. Something weird and dark. Maybe that'll get her back into reading. A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Пистол. Пистол и пистол. Стоять полный дурдом, но в самый жуткий час не забывай, что Алан присматривает за нами. Кто мне оставляет эти послания? Так, ну пойдем сюда. Тут все закрыто. Или находится на другой стороне.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Черпак ведьмы, озеро Колдрон.
I didn't know trees got that big. creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. A witch with no
Какая
heart.
дыра.
A strange echo of owl murder.
Ну да, она похожа немножко на ту, которая была в первой части. А, странно.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out
Видите?
from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Лист. И он дергается.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Обычно такое бывает с тьмой.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Тупик.
I think he came
Слишком
from the
много
lake,
зацепок, бессмыслица.
but his tracks make no sense.
Так значит, убийца следит за нами. Давайте поиграем.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
We found a page in the woods. a story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him, in his chest. I must find out what. Think Saga.
Ну да.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Здесь я изучила все, нужно доставить тело в город для обследования.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Так давай говори.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative to do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience?
Станция
Witnesses to their design?
Винтер.
All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens.
Пока вот эта часть закрыта. Ладно, возвращаемся. Получается.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Сходи, посмотрим.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
There's another lunchbox.
Героиня, ты не одна. Героический тебе день. Окей. Так. Сказки, дела. Ланчбокс.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Тут типа тоже проход есть, но он типа ограничен обрывом. А, тут можешь спрыгнуть. Интересно.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Так, ну вот мы в городе. Подожди. Неизвестная карта. Нам нужно где-то карту надыбать. Гостиница. Исторический домик.
Sleepy. Just a few more days.
Гостиница, да.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
That concludes our debate on whether pets should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Mayer Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Bright Falls. By now, we've all seen the FBI setting up shop in town, and I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So, I reached out to our top meteorologist for a weather update. She never responded. But I have her Uncle Tapio on the line from Watery. Tapio, are you there? Yes. Great. And Tapio, what kind of weather can we expect today? Rain. That definitely seems to be on the menu. How about over the next week? Also rain. Right. Care to elaborate? Any chance the sun will poke out in time for Deerfest? No. Deerfest is coming, rain or shine, and that parade lineup is looking dandy as ever. This parade is one slope in the shape of a swan, long neck and everything. A very large swan. So you're a fan of swans? No. Right, well, that's our time. We'll be right back after this next song by the rock and roll sensation, National Nightmare.
Надо авторские права на песню есть. Здесь так темно.
It's not opening. It won't open.
Даже музыки нет, он просто танцует. Репетирует, что ли?
Rest easy, buddy.
Вот еще одного нашел. О, это штаб местный или что это? Да, очень похоже на наши чертоги. Да, походу штаб.
It doesn't budge.
А туалет закрыт. Интересно. Почему-то кажется, что здесь должен быть второй этаж. Это я, наверное, вспомнил про пансионат. А, вот она карта. Дом престарелых, Волгала, точно. Он там двухэтажный. Сейчас немножко потекушки. Ой. И пойдем дальше. Все закрыто. Тут разговор. А это что такое? А. Это ничего. Просто так. Так, исполнители есть. Прогноз погоды. То есть даже то, что мы слушаем, так, краем, у нас остается в памяти. Прикольно. Еще здорово то, что она закрывает дверь. Открывает и закрывает. Сама. Да, я хотел ее отстрелить.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Ага, мы туда все равно попадем. Насколько помню, в оригинальной, ну, в первой части, там был остров, куда он приехал с женой. Я вот только сейчас не пойму, где он находится, где он мог бы находиться. Он же пропал? Вода поднялась и затопила большую часть. Понятно.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Как он это говорит? Жутковато. Вот сейчас набросится на нас.
How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Man, it is sweaty in these suits, isn't it? Charlene, are you as comfortable as I am?
You don't think the amount of hot, caffeinated beverages you've downed has anything to do with it?
Вот они тормоза.
Swambass City.
Change of topic, please.
Да, неудачненько тут, конечно.
My own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
It's a nice looking float for sure. This is my first Deer Fest,
Прикольно.
So I don't know what to expect really. It is the finest entertainment a town like ours has to offer. The happiest day of the year. Like Christmas.
Oh,
But better.
dear.
Well, I certainly hope
You.
so. I hate the holidays.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
О, это же из этого. Брейкер.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff.
Забыл, как называется.
I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. I'll take your mind off things.
Good to see you.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
What were you doing at 𝐀𝐥𝐚𝐬 last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
Она что-то скрывает.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at 𝐀𝐥𝐚𝐬. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the writer fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Такие неприятненькие моменты. Ожерелье культа. Как по-вашему, познакомились, видели в городе что-нибудь необычное?
Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious, but soon enough there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know. So, Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces.
Я помню эту кафешку, кстати.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses are part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
А почему там никого нет? Маленько.
I feel bad for these guys.
Я только что услышала, как он промурчал.
I need a tool to get this open.
Что-то слишком чисто.
It won't open.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Игра прям такая осенняя.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been.
What do you think that's about?
Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep.
No speeding happening here, I see. Sir, some patience, please.
Воруют туалетную бумагу. Нифига себе, у меня есть доступ сюда. И кто? А, ты мошенник, да? Инфо-цыган. Без уплаты налогов.
It doesn't budge.
Никто его трубку взять не хочет в этом отделении. Это архив, да?
Agent? As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents. Sheriff Breaker wants us to cooperate fully.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Я хожу тут как у себя дома.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You only had a tour guide also. It's bear season.
О,
Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh, wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak. The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
прикольно.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Ничего себе. А тут еще ожерелье как-то можно применить. А к чему? Интересно.
I can't get through this. Okay. Let's take a look at our patient.
I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Must be locked from the other side.
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the...
There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Причина смерти.
Huh.
Виртуальная надпись.
Chest wound is cause of death.
Смерть наступила после травмы грудной клетки.
Waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Дело закрыто? Только что было. А Локи рассказали, что нападающие в масках оленя что-то пели и разрывали парня ножами на части.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more. Keep trying. I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Ух ты ж.
Nope.
Психология культистов что-то много.
Right.
А как-то нам будет помечаться то, что мы уже сделали?
Oh dear.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page set to get into the light.
Какая жуть. Старайтесь оставаться на свету, чтобы враг вас не заметил.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. Vanished.
Конец главы. Найс.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
А тот уже просто пропал. И он ему ничего не
Saga
сделал,
was
просто
back at
пропал.
Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose. Keep trying.
Да, тут, конечно, дел культистов
The
просто
autopsy room
капец.
was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror. Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too, Nightingale. Was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
О. Так, надо ящик не забыть. Так, подожди, а что мне надо сделать? Что меня не пускают?
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The page places Nightingale back at Colgan Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real. Magic's not real. Right, Mulligan?
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
Knew that.
Ну да, жутенькая была, но не сильно ситуация.
They're a fine pair.
Все забрал. Они постоянно говорят про болторез, а у меня болтореза нет.
Hey, how you doing?
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. This is the same symbol as that cult necklace. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
А тут все закрыто, да? То есть я не смогу пройти куда-то дальше.
Hello. How are you?
I need to find my way back.
Угу. Я бы, наверное, сюда сходил.
Residents to get her thoughts. Donna, how are you?
I've got chronic back pain from my spinal stenosis. Oh dear. You know when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps.
How are you?
It's so quiet here now that Hubert and Hester flew over the Rainbow Bridge. Do you fellas ever miss them? Do you miss your... Remember to have some sustenance, my little ones. It'll keep you warm and full of energy. It'll keep you soaring in the sky. You don't want to plummet down to the ground. Trust me. It's not nice down here. Much better in the clouds. A life lived with the birds is not for the birds.
Интересно. Повторное открытие. Тормозов больше нет.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Enjoy your day.
Такие все приветливые тут. А она идет такая, молчит.
Did you get lost, Anderson? Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Сердце.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. Great. This area is supposed to be closed to the public.
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you.
Is it
And
Glenn?
yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business, fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
Okay, we're done for now. Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never
Да,
minded
затопило.
rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
Граффити на самом видном месте. Может, в него заложен какой-то тайный смысл? Возможно.
Welcome back, and boy, do we have some.
Обычно культисты оставляют тайные послания, понятные только своим. Здесь же символ словно специально привлекает внимание. Так, у нас 3 цели. Разыскать Найтингела, отправиться за Найтингелом, посмотреть место преступления.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
То есть ее не смущает то, что они немного расплываются следы. Я застрял в бревне.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here? I can feel something. A presence.
Я тоже.
Nightingale isn't far.
Станция. Как затопило, кстати. Мы здесь пешком ходили нормально, а теперь мы плаваем.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
А тут у нас завалил проход.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up. The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Light is the key. To stay
На
safe,
свету безопасно.
but for something more to be revealed as well.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold, like a doorway, leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle?
Мы зацепку должны.
This is the witch's hut.
Мы зацепку типа эту должны найти были. Ну, как почитать зайти.
I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
Написано было, что здесь безопасно. Смотрим.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse.
Ну, не знаю, я тут.
Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
А найти предохранитель, наладить освещение в хижине ведьмы. Нам в магазин нужно. Это я не понял. Найти предохранитель, запитать хижину. Я думал, нам сюда надо. У ворот. Запись обслуживания. Так, ну то мы здесь были. Что-то не совсем врубаюсь. Куда мне идти? Где брать? В магазине я был, но там ничего нет. Я не знаю, что делать. мне логично как-то показывают здесь знаки вопросов. Здесь ничего нет.
This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop
Серьезно?
littering, though.
Сохранить игру можно в комнате отдыха.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Понятно. Так. Сохранимся. Прикольно. Птенюшки. Так, сколько у нас? 3 часа стримчик идет. О. Давайте, наверное, еще немножко походим. Vision контейнер есть. Кофе брейк. Зайдем внутрь. Немного тогда подумаем. Озеро полных хищных ведьм.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Witch's ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign, Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages, was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge. I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Пугает меня со всех сторон. Fuck.
A cultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Не, у меня вроде со здоровьем. Ну более-менее. Поместить. Вот странный период. О. Подойдите к стойке и задайте вопрос леди Фортуне. Не особо безопасно.
The fuse was in place.
Не.
She found it among the junk. Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night. Wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Ну, это мы уже пережили. Подойдите к стойке и задайте вопросы леди Фортуне.
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket.
$9.45.
I don't think this is relevant.
А, семь 39, значит. Двухстволочка. Пиу-пиу-пиу.
The text on the heart is clearer now.
Надпись на сердце стала.
Legible. Sounds literary, but what does it mean?
Прикольно. Все?
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Сердце
And
найти
now I need to
мне.
give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Ну, теперь, мне кажется, жопа. А запертая дверь-то, она уже открытая. Не страшно.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay, okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Так, мы идем вот сюда. Нам нужно сохраниться. Да, вот так. Отлично. В общем, есть что сохранять, поэтому немножко запись. Вот в игре я почти 3 часа, а стримил я 3:25. Как интересно получается. Вот. На сегодня все. Получается, мы с вами поиграем в Alan Wake в следующую субботу, если я не заболею сильно. Всем спасибо, всем пока, подписывайтесь, не пропускайте стримчики. Вот. Всем спасибо.